So I just finished a 3-day fast. Nothing but water for 72 hours. I made it. It's the first one I've done since probably 13-ish years ago. And I was a little reluctant getting into it, but thank God I made it. And I wanted to share my experience in this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, um, I want to try to share some of my experience so that those of you, because fasting is very, it's kind of like a buzzword these days, and it kind of goes in and out of being a buzzword. But I just kind of want to share my experience with you, so you can kind of know some of like the real life stuff that kind of happens during, and kind of sharing the insights I got and those kind of things. So anyway, on to the rest of the video.
All right, let's see what my current weight is. I don't typically weigh myself, so I don't fully know. Okay, so right at about 191, and this is actually, I say about 190, 191. And this is actually after I've eaten breakfast already. All right, so as far as water is concerned, I plan on drinking 2 of these approximately a day. This bottle has seen better days, but I mean, it's still, the integrity of it is good. I think this is like 27, yeah, there you go. 27 fluid ounces, okay? And I'm gonna add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt to my water each time I drink it, just so that I can kind of maintain my electrolytes. But yeah, just a little bit, because otherwise you add a lot and it tastes like seawater, which is not cool. All right, so day one of my 3-day fast, and I mean fast in the true sense of the word. In other words, just drinking water for these next 3 days. It's actually like just after 10:30. It was about 11 o'clock now, and I did eat breakfast today, but I'm cutting it off until breakfast time, approximately 3 days from now. So the reason why I'm fasting, it's a few reasons, but one is the top of the year, and I always want to start the year off with a more extended fast. Two, because I feel the need to do it. I feel like I'm kind of clogged up, like spiritually, I'm kind of distracted, and I need to kind of break from that. And then three, obviously for the health reasons, same thing, after the holiday season, especially, too many sweets, some cravings, particularly for sweets, kind of been kind of stirred up. So I need to kind of bring myself kind of back down, so to speak. And I know that fasting is a way to kind of help break from that. So, in some ways I've been looking forward to this, in some ways I haven't. But it is what it is. I believe that fasting is one of the things that it's very powerful for helping us to, to not be controlled by stuff. I believe it'll help me in my relationship with the Lord as well. All right, this is really kind of going into day two in really about an hour. It'll be about 24 hours into this fast. I'm weighing myself again. Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, so now that says about 187. Okay, and so it was 191 yesterday. Yeah, some of that I think was because I ate breakfast. You know, so yeah, I didn't lose 4 pounds in a day, but I'm sure I lost a decent amount. All right, so it is night. It's the end of the second day, but it's not necessarily 48 hours or 2 days full of worth of fasting. So it's really more so like um, it's about 36 hours of fasting, and I feel good. I mean, I kind of feel, kind of as my wife would describe it, feel kind of sad, more so from not eating, because I am still kind of helping to prepare food for my family. But as far as like my strength, I feel pretty much okay. I kind of have a metallic taste in my mouth, and um,
but I just kind of feel okay. I'm able to kind of function and do what I need to do now. Earlier in the day, like especially when it came to getting up in the morning, it was hard to get out of bed. I was kind of tired. I'm kind of used to that feeling, like whenever you fast and you just kind of feel kind of extra tired. Um, but I'm able to function now. I didn't really feel up to doing a lot of working out today. I would have normally gone and done hill sprints, and I didn't do those. I did take a walk, but I didn't do my hill sprints because I kind of felt like it was going to be too much. Tomorrow is a day that I usually do upper body, and even though I plan on doing the workout, even though I plan on tailoring it a bit. So, but anyway, I was able to function. You know, I did work today. I had a meeting, and I felt less attached to media and you know, having to listen to something. I mean, even though I will say I have listened to certain kind of stuff like sermons, things like that, but I still haven't. I felt less attached to those things. Um, so yeah, just kind of continue on to day 3, which I'll be fully in that after I get up in the morning and you know have worked for a couple of hours. I'll be fully in the 3rd day of actual fasting, if that makes sense.
All right, let's see what my weight is today as we get ready to begin day 3. All right, so right at about 185. Right about 185. So what was it yesterday? 187 maybe, something like that. So yeah.
So I realized that I actually didn't have much more footage beyond me weighing myself at the beginning of day 3. So you're going to see this skip to the end of day 3, which is, you know, day 4 at this point in the video.
All right, let's see what my weight is on this end of day 3. Wow, it's about 181. 181, 182, so it's almost 10 pounds, man. Good gracious.
All right, so here I am. It is 10:11. I think I mostly have finished eating before I start my 3-day fast on Tuesday at approximately 10:30. So here we are Friday at approximately 10, 11, 10, 12. So we're right at 3 days of fasting. I'm just grateful because the last time I did a fast like this was probably over 10 years ago. And I have to say I was a little bit apprehensive about doing it. You know, just kind of like just thinking about um, wondering how it would feel, especially since I'm still kind of working. It's kind of a good time of year because, you know, we just got out of the holiday season. And so my obligations were a little less. And I also didn't do as much of working out. I plan on resuming that today. But anyhow, I'm breaking my fast with some homemade chicken broth. I just made it by boiling. I bought a pack of chicken legs and added like some, I seared them a little bit, then added some onion, garlic, carrots, and you know, I had seasoned the chicken legs before I seared them. Then add a little bit more pink salt and add a little thyme. So here's to breaking the fast. So it's pretty good. But anyhow, this has been interesting. So the cool thing is that I feel better following this 3-day fast than I did when my wife and I did a 3-day fast many years ago. Um, because at the end of that fast, I was kind of like very, not lightheaded, but faint. I was faint. And I think that's because of electrolytes. Because this time when I was drinking water, I make sure to add some pink salt in there with it. Not too much because it makes it kind of nasty to me, makes the water taste like seawater. But just enough before it kind of start to get, kind of overbearing or whatever. So yeah, but anyhow, um, so I didn't feel that this time. I did feel weak. I still feel kind of weak-ish now. Um, but I've been able to function fine. It's like, and the hunger is like, you're hungry, but it's more of you just want food. This is me. You want food. Like you realize you don't really need it, but I realize how much, and I've said this even in shorter fasts, I realize how much I enjoy food. I realize how much food is like an experience. It's like it's something that I just enjoy doing. The reason why I say that is because food is something that we need. At least to some degree. But food is also kind of like almost like entertainment in a sense. Almost, and so I think you really realize how attached you can be to food whenever you go without it for a time, and it makes me grateful as well. But I also realize that these bodies, God made them, resilient. You know, um, so you know, I'm just grateful to be done. I am going to like eat my first meal this evening, so I'll have this, and I ain't gonna have some coffee probably with no sugar. Um, but I'm gonna eat with my family this evening. But the cool thing with the fast is also always this too. Probably the coolest thing, which I always encourage those of you, especially if you're watching this video, is that when you finish fasting, your cravings aren't as strong. Your craving, you tend to crave all kinds of food, or meaning that you're a lot more open even to healthy food. And I like healthy food, but it's like, especially coming off of this last holiday season, I kind of got it in. I kind of got to the point where I was kind of getting tired of sweets. But now it's like I feel cleaner, and so I kind of want to do better and maintain that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to continue some stuff somewhat. I'm thinking that in this upcoming week, because I'm going to continue to do kind of like broths and stuff, I think, for a few days, for like the early part of the day, and then next week I think I'm going to do more like maybe like vegetables during the day, fruits and vegetables, or something like that. But I don't know. But anyway, this stuff kind of helps you to not crave bad food so much. It kind of pulls you away from that, and so it kind of makes you more open to good food, if that makes sense. Let me know if you've done a 3-day fast before, if you've done a shorter one, a longer one, what your experiences are with, what your experience has been with those. If you lost any weight, if you had any profound experiences, um, even spiritual. I will. Oh yeah. On that note, I will say this too. As far as spiritual experiences, well, the main thing I can say is just that I have sensed a level of elevation in my what's the word I'm looking for? Like my awareness, or my anticipation of like spiritual things, like God moving in my life and that kind of thing. So it kind of, I had taken some notes where I was thinking through some very specific things, and that research has kind of interested me. So I have felt that. I felt more clear-minded, but I did look at some different headlines, while I was doing this 3-day fast. So that probably didn't help, if I'm honest. But anyway, all that said, let me know if you plan on doing a 3-day fast, if you have done one before. Because I just want to hear about what your experience was like. And hopefully this is encouraging to you to kind of see me kind of go through this journey. And I mean, I'm glad I'm done. Just being honest, but yeah, I will be doing this in the future. So anyway, y'all have a good one.